So I've got my bar here. I'm going to put it in. I've got a steel rule, which I'm going to put the head down. The length of the part is like 3.5 inches. We'll have to, I know it's not any shorter than 3.5, not any longer, excuse me. I'm going to get that blade relatively close, and then I'm going to use my scale. I've got her secured in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on, but this is alloyed steel, remember. So I've got to lower my surface feed on my blade. Surface feed for mild steel on one of these bimetal blades is about 140, 160, I think about 145 is the right number. Since this is a harder material, I'm going to bring it down to about 105 tool steel. I only adjust the speed with it running, and she's where she needs to be. I've got coolant. And that is my part. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out this chuck to a collet chuck. So I've got my chuck block here for safety, protect the ways. Turn these until they pop. They'll pop up just slightly. When I get to the last one, I want to make sure I've got a hold of that chuck. Okay, putting the collet chuck on, it's critical that we make sure that it's clean. Any little chips or flakes or burrs will offset the entire accuracy level of a collet chuck. So I clean the spindle of the machine, and I also clean the actual 5C collet chuck. Okay. Again, make sure the collet is clean also. There's a keyway in this chuck that helps us orientate. We get it in that keyway, things are going to go smooth. If we miss it, things are going to go bad. So I'm going to pull this in here now. And then I can take my part, which we cut off, slide it in here. I'm going to slide it up, hold it about like that. I got about 1/4 inch of it sticking out. And I'm just going to tighten it up. Okay. Now I'm back to just under a 1-inch diameter. I'm cutting steel that has about a 70 surface feet for high-speed steel. Bring my calculation back up to about 1,000 RPM. So I'm going to set my machine back up for 1,000. I've already got my 80-degree cutter set up. Bring it in here. And we're just going to take a skim pass off of it. Just truing it up. As you remember, I turned off my feed. So let's see. Get the direction correct here. There we go. I'll take a little more. I'm going to take this part out. My blueprint says that the part is 3.490 long. Just measuring with the caliper to see how roughly close we are. Let's change that back to English. We're 3.540. So we're about 50 thousandths long. I'm going to check that with a micrometer. Okay, I've got my micrometer out. Let's see what it likes. I get just the right feel on that. And this is indeed showing that we're about 3.540. So we got about 50 thousandths to take off. I'll put my part back in, tighten her down. Dike them. While my Dicom's drawing, I'm going to grab one of my 1-inch magnetic indicators. I'm going to set it over here. And we're going to come up and find the edge of that part. Right there. And then I need 50, so I'm going to move about 30 first. Let's see if it likes 30. Yeah, it's no sweat on that. Let me go 40. So it's a 10 thou cut, and then I'm going to go 50 thousandths. Okay. Let's pull her out real quick. Make sure we hit the money. We're about 3.489. We're about a thou low. Well, actually, we're well within tolerance. Just a thou below nominal. I can sleep at night with that. I'm going to put her back in there. Then I'm going to go find a little radiusing tool. Alright, so I've got a tool here, and all it is a big square cemented carbide or brazed carbide where I've taken a diamond wheel and ground a little radius into the corner of it, and it lets me cut into the edge of a part like this and kind of radius it. So I'm going to set that up. Let's put some Dykem on it. We're going to bring the cutter up to it. Check my height. And then, yeah, I'll come in and just take that corner off. Yeah, and it's just a slight radius. And that looks pretty good. Blueprint says that there is a number 3 center in the back of this part. So I'm going to bring this to a clearance position. Put my number 3 center drill on the drill chuck. Important when I'm center drilling that I don't let the angled portion of the center drill run out. I want to drill and not go so deep that the shoulders, these corners, actually go into the part. Clear? That ought to do. And that's about as much as I want to do in the lathe. Next comes mill work.